Hello everyone, welcome to another math online lesson. Our lesson for today is estimating the square root of a number and round it off to the nearest hundreds place. Now, how do we find the principal root or the estimate of the square root of a number, specifically an irrational number nearest, and then round it off to the nearest hundreds place? Now, there are a lot of ways to get the principal root other than, of course, using your calculator. Now, if you want to do it manually, now I'll be showing you the steps on how to do this manually. Okay, so here, obviously 5 is not a perfect square, right? Now, square root of 5 lies between the first square number, which is 4, and 9. Okay, so obviously, square root of 5 lies between 2 and 3. So I'll just go ahead and write all the square root here in our number line. So from the first perfect square, which is 4, next is square root of 5, 6, 7, 8, and the next perfect square will be the square root of 9. Now, how do we get the exact uh, decimal place or the exact principal root? Not exact, because that is only the estimate, because obviously the square root of 5 is a decimal number. Now, one technique that I'm using to get the principal root of this one is by a number line. So here, now the first step that I'm going to make is I want to compute the distance from my first perfect square going to my next perfect square. So from square root of 4 to square root of 5. So here, as I count this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance from square root of 4 to square root of 9 is 5 units. Then, next, I will going to compute the distance from my square root of 4 to my square root of 5, which is 1 unit. Okay? Then the next step, I will going to divide the distance from my first perfect square to square root of 5, which is 1, by the distance from my perfect square 4 to the next perfect square, which is 9, which is 5. So here, this is 1 divided by this one. Okay? So obviously, that's smallest divided by the biggest number. So here, 1 divided by 5 will give me zero point 0.2. So square root of 4 is 2. So I'll just write here my first whole number, which is 2. Okay? And then obviously square root of 5 is 2 point something. So I'll just go ahead and write 2 here, which is from here, that is square root of 4, which is 2. Then what's missing here is the decimal number, which is the estimated value for the square root of 5. So from here, 1 over 5, or 1 divided by 5 is zero point 0.2. I will just write my 2 here. That is zero point 0.2. And then what is being asked is that I need to get the estimate square root of this one and then round it off to the nearest hundreds. So from here, I could just, because 1 over 5 is zero point 0.2, there's no more decimal point here. So I can just add another number here. I'll start adding 1 here. So here, I'll just say 2.21. Okay? Basically, I'm just adding 1 decimal place here, which is 1. I'll start adding 1. Okay? And then I'll square this one to make this one a perfect square. Then the result will be 4.88. Now my target is 5. Okay, now I will not stop here. This is the trial and error method now. Okay, I will not stop here. I will add another number. I'll increase this one to 2. So I'll make 2.22 and then I'll square this one. Then I'll get my result as 4.92. So it's almost 5. I want to try another one. 2.23 here. Then I'll square this one. Then the square root of, the square of 2.23 is 4.97. So it's more closer to 5. I want to go to 2.24 here. Okay? That's 2.24 squared. Then the result will be 5.01. It's more than 5. Now, obviously, or basically, there are two correct answers here. This one and this one. Okay, so it's closer to 5. This one is closer to 5, but it exceeds 5. But since we round it off to the nearest hundreds, so I'll go with 2.23. Okay, but 2.24 is also a correct answer. Okay, how? Because when you use the calculator, the result would give you 2.236 and something. So if we round this one off to the nearest hundred, since 6 is more than 5, this 3 here will be rounded off to 2.24. This one here. Okay? But since we only need the estimated value, then that would depend if you're, say for example, if you're in a quiz or an exam, then it's a multiple choice. Then obviously, either this number will appear. But the best answer here would be this one. This is the best answer. But based on the method that I use, because since when I square 2.24, it exceeds 5 here, then I will go here, 2.23. 2.23 and 2.24 basically would be the best answer. The correct answer. While 2.24 will be the best answer. Okay? Now I will going to show you or explain to you why this one is the best answer. Okay? I will use this one illustrating it in the number line. So say we have 5 here. This is our 5, the square root of 5. Okay? Now 4.97 is somewhere here. So 4.97 is 3 units, 0.03 units before it will reach 5. Okay? So this is 4.97. Now you can see here 5.01. 5.01 is somewhere here. This is 5.01. So this one is closer to 5. That is why 2.24 is the best answer. But again, 2.23 and 2.24 are all correct answer because we only need the estimated value. Estimated means not the exact value, the one close. Okay? So depends on the choices on your exam. If you have 2.23 and 2.24, then go for 2.24. But if there's no choices, but if in the choices there's no 2.24, then 2.23 will be your answer. Okay? So that is how you are going to solve for this one. Now let's have another example. So here, you have the square root of 55. So square root of 55 is not a perfect square, right? So again, let's try to find the first perfect square before the 55 and the next perfect square after 55. Okay? So from here, we have 7 times 7, that is 49. So I'll go with square root of 49. Okay? So that is square root of 49. Then, what's next to 7 times 7? So square root of 49, that is 7, right? So square root of 49 next is 8 times 8, that is 64. So I will just go ahead and write this one in the number line here. So that is 49, 50. This is a bit congested. So 51, 52. My next square root is 64, right? That's 8 times 8. 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7. Oh my god, this will not fit. This is 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 60, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, and then 6, 4. Okay, okay. So this is from this side to this side. So this is 8, right? The square root of 64 is 8. So obviously, square root of 65 is 7 point something, right? Then we need to find the decimal for this one. 7 came from here. Now the next step is we need to count the number of, the distance from the square root of 49 to square root of 64. So let's just count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is 15 units away. And then square root of 55 is here. This one here. So let's just count from 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 units away from the first square. So the next step is we need to divide this one by this one. The smaller number divided by the bigger number. Okay? So we have here, I'll just use my calculator here. 6 divided by 15 will give you 0.4. 0.4. The answer for this one here is 0.4. Now obviously we only have one decimal place and then we need the hundredths place. So I'll just go ahead and add zero point 0.4 here. There. Now from here, I can just start adding 1 until I get to the closest number to 55. So I'll just go ahead and square 7.41. So 7.41 square, let me use my calculator. 7.41 square gives us 54.91. It's closer to 55, right? Now I'll go ahead and add, I mean, increase the number here. I'll go for 7.42 and then I'll just go ahead and square that one. 7.42 square is 55.05. Okay, so from here it already exceeds 55.05. 55.05. Okay, that one. So basically, these two numbers are correct. Okay, the estimated value or the square root of 55 would be either 7.41 or 7.42. Okay, now let's try to see which of these two numbers is the best estimated value. I'll now use the number line again. Okay, so say for example, here is my 55. Okay, so 7.41 is, I mean, 54.91 is 8 units away because, 9 units away from 55. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here is our 55, 54.91. While 55.05 is 5 units away from 55. So obviously, 7.42 is closer to 55, right? If I were going to illustrate that one here. Because if you try to use the calculator and go ahead and calculate square root of 55, you will end up 7.416. And then if we try to round this one off to the nearest hundredths place, so this one will be rounded off 7.42. So again, 7.41 and 7.42 are correct answers. Now, depends during your exam if the choices would be 7.41 and 7.42, then go with 7.42 as the best answer. Okay? Because this one is closer to 55. Okay, so let's have another example here. The square root of 84. Again, square root of 84 is not a perfect square. So let's try to find the first perfect square before 84, which is 81, right? 81. So that is the square root of 9. I mean, 81, that is 9. So obviously, square root of 84 is 9 point something, right? So we need to find the decimal place here. So what's the next um, perfect square of 9? Obviously, that is 10, which is 100, right? So I'll go ahead and write it again here. Oh my god, will this fit? 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. This will not fit. 90, 91. I'll just make it smaller. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Almost there. 99, 100. Okay, so this is 100. Okay, so the next step is we need to count the number of radicals from our first perfect square to our the next perfect square, which is 10. This is 10. Okay, so let's go ahead and count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so obviously that's one. I mean that's 100 minus 81, so that's 19. Next, from our first perfect square to the square root of 84, which is this one. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. Then let's divide the smallest number to the bigger number. So that is 3 divided by 19. And then again, I'll use my calculator to make it fast. So you have 0.16. 0.1. Actually, it's 0.157. I'll just round it off to 0.16. So I'll add it here. 1, 6. Okay. Now let's try to check if we get the correct answer. Because this is a non-repeating number, so I already have the hundreds place. So let's go ahead and square this one. See if we could come up with the nearest hundred of, I mean, the nearest value to 84. So you have 9.16 squared. This will give us 9.16 squared. That is 83.91. 83.91. Okay? Now let's try to use 9.17. Let's try to increase this one. Square. So I'll go ahead and use my calculator. 9.17 square. I have 84. It's a bit far now because it's 84.0909. So if I'll use my, obviously this one has equivalent distance, equal distance, because this is 9 units away to 84, and then this one is also 9 units away from 84. So I'll go to 9.16 as my best answer, because from here, this is already a 2 decimal places. Okay, so this one is the correct answer. Let's have another example here. So the square root of 7, obviously that is not a perfect square. So let's go ahead and try to get the first perfect square before square root of 7. And that is the square root of 4. Then after square root of 4, which is 2, that is 3, which is 9, right? So we have here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 3. So obviously, square root of 7 is 2 point something. This is from square root of 4, which is 2. Okay, so all we need to do is to find the decimal point here. Again, count the number of units from the first perfect square to the last perfect square. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. And then from the first perfect square to the square root of 7. So 1, 2, 3. So you have here. Then divide the smallest number by the biggest number. So 3 over 5, again, I'll use my calculator, is 0.6. No more decimal next. So I'll just write 0.6 here, and then I'll go ahead start increasing it by 1. Okay, and then I'll get the square of this one. So I have 2.61 square gives me 6.81. Bit far. I'll go ahead and increase this one. So 2.62 square. So 2.62 square is 6.86. Still a bit far. I'll go ahead and increase more. 2.63 square. 2.63. 2.63 square is 6.92. Now this one is closer. I'll go ahead and try increasing it again to 6.4. Then square. Let's see. 2.64 square. That is 6.97. This is more closer. 97. I'll try increasing it again to 2.65. Let's see. That's 2.65 square. 2.65 square is 7.02. So let's now decide which one is closer to 7. Okay? So this one, if I'll use the number line here and 7 is here, 6.97 is 3 units away. All you need to do is to subtract 6.97 from 7. Okay, 7 minus 6.97 is 3 units away. Okay, so we have here 6.97. While this one is 2 units away. So this one is closer, right? This is 7.02. Let's try to use the calculator and go ahead and check the square root of 7. Square root of 7 is, the square root of 7 here, using the calculator is 2.645. Now rounding this one off to the nearest hundredths place, this becomes 6.5. So this will be our best answer. Okay? Again, 2.65 and 2.64 are the closest number. Both numbers are a correct estimate. Now, depends again on the choices on your exam. This one is the best answer. Although this one is correct, this one is the best answer. Okay? Next, 120, and then, yeah, 120 is not a perfect square. So let's try to find the first perfect square for this one. That would be 91, right? The square, 91, which is 9. 91. That is 9. So obviously, square root of 120 is 9 point something. Is it 9? No, that is 100, right? We still have 100 also. So that is 100. So from 100, that is 10, right? So obviously this is 10 point something. 10 point something. So all we need to do is to find the decimal place. So let's go ahead. What's the next perfect square after 100? That will be 121. Okay, the square root of 121. Okay, so let's try to find the distance from 100 to 121. So it's obviously subtracting this one by this one. So 121 minus 100, that is 21 units away. Now how about 120? So 120 is here. So let's go ahead and subtract 120 from 100. So that's 20 units away. Okay, so let's try to divide the small number to the bigger number. So 20, I'll go ahead and use my calculator, and over 21 gives us 0.95. So this one is already on its uh, hundreds place. So I'll just add this one here. So if the result here when you divide gives you the hundreds place already, now all we need to do is to check. Try to get the square of this one. Okay, so that is 10.95 square. Okay, now let's try. 10.95 square, that will give us 119.90. 119.90. There. That's closer to 120. Now let's go ahead and use the calculator and see the exact value for the square root of 120. So square root of 120 gives us 10.954 and so on. So since we only need the nearest hundred place, so this will be our answer. So again, when you divide the number here and it will result to two decimal place, then this will be your final answer. So no need to use the trial and error. Trial and error will only apply when you divide a number and would result to the tens place only. Okay? So there you go. I hope you learned something today on how to get the estimated value of an irrational number. See you in my next online lesson.